Good afternoon and welcome to Join the Dots. Now, I've had a lot of thoughts recently about a lot of things, but what I'm seeing is an incredible coming together of the dots, which is what we planned from the beginning, wasn't it? We planned to find those dots for you, join them in such a way that you could understand A, what has happened, B, what is happening, and C, what's likely to happen. Okay, because that's what we're after, is what's likely to happen. And how do we prepare for it? How do we protect ourselves? Because it's not good. Doesn't matter which way you look, nothing is good at the moment. And nothing is getting better. So I got some pieces in. I got 2 pieces in which I thought, wow, I've got to get these out of my head. And I've got to get them to you. Because these are important. And these are about issues that some of you believe in, some of you don't. But equally, you need the information to make the right decision. If you're working on the wrong information, you're going to get the wrong answer. That's how simple life is. If you won't listen, or if you refuse to understand, or if you have such a preset view that you can't change it no matter what the evidence, you're not going to do very well. Okay? So it's really important that you think about what is presented to you. If you still dispute it, fine, but at least think about it. Because it's very easy to have a preset view in this world that is just wrong, because you've been given the wrong information or it's been presented in the wrong way. Okay? Now, before we go on, I would like to mention that we do have in the links below 2 affiliates who, if you're going to buy gold or silver, you should at least talk to them. Because as I've said before, nothing is safe in this world. You need to use proven people to buy your safety, whatever that shape or form may take, gold or silver. Okay? You need to use proven people. Because whenever a boom appears, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's crypto, whether it's gold, whether it's silver, whether it's, I don't know, whatever it is, there will be hundreds of companies formed to take advantage of people not knowing how to do things properly. Okay, and the only way around that is to use very, very experienced and proven companies. All right, let's get on. So the links are below. Right, let's have a look. Epstein. Let's connect some dots. Epstein, Bitcoin. Let's connect them, shall we? Okay, so I will link a piece here which says basically there is a huge and absolutely detailed, catalogued connection between Jeffrey Epstein and Bitcoin. Okay, and you just need to watch the video. Okay, it presents it, it shows you it, it proves it, the facts are there. The first 10 minutes is just proof. Don't matter what you're thinking before I said that. Watch the video. Watch the video. Okay? It's fascinating and everything is documented. 12 minutes. Now, Nvidia and its inventories come into the conversation. Okay? And then 13 minutes, the circular AI chart that I talked about and showed you from Bloomberg about all the AI. All of these dots are coming together and this is fascinating. Okay? So we've got this circular chart. This is from a site called Parallel Systems, and he has a very, very good Substack. It may be paywalled. It may be worth you signing up. Watch this episode, see what you think. Okay? Then he comes on to Japanese bonds. See, everything is linked, and that's the point of Join the Dots. We've seen them, we've talked about them, we've joined them. All you've got to do is think about it. Okay? The financial cancer has reached the bone. Okay? No can kicking is now possible. We've run out of road to kick the can. And the financial cancer is now at the bone level. I think it's a good description. 14 minutes 30. Gold is the only parachute. Well, and silver. And the other metals. but I don't go in the bush looking for things. When I've got gold and silver in my hand, I'm very happy, thank you very much. Okay, so it says here, and I like this, gold is the only parachute from a plane with no engines, no landing gear, and a pilot high on meth. I think that's brilliant. Just to show you that everything is out of control. Okay, and there's no safety gear. I love that analogy. Anyway, I'm going to link it. Please watch it. Because again, you may have views on Jeffrey Epstein, you may have views on Bitcoin, but if you haven't connected them, here's your piece. This connects them. And it's proven, it's documented, it's MIT records, okay? It proves it. So watch it, okay? Then we come on, and it's just great the way these things are coming together. We come on to ITM Trading and Daniela Camboni, and she's talking to Frank Giustra. Now, we had Frank Giustra on here 2 weeks ago. Brilliant, brilliant man. Very low key, just very right. Okay, very right. He doesn't need to shout and scream. He just says it because he's right. And what does he see? The first 19 minutes 30 is all the description of the amateurish and orchestrated attack on gold by the Bitcoin mob. And there is a Bitcoin mob out there, Bitcoin army, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a mob because it's out of control and it doesn't even understand what it's talking about. I think it's a mob. Okay? If you've got an army, it's normally disciplined and it has a function and a reason. This is a mob. Okay? And there was this massive attack. You remember when gold hit 4,004? And yes, it had gone very, very quickly, so it was bound to correct, and it has. There was a very amateurish, coordinated attack on gold by Bitcoiners. And there was the fake AI video. Here we come again, AI. Fake AI video of Warren Buffett slamming gold. He didn't. Okay? There were old clips of Bitcoin reaching 250,000. And here, Frank Giustra, who is very, very straight talking, he says, Michael Saylor is the worst thing that ever happened to Bitcoin. And I can see that. It's so logical. He is the worst thing because he could bring Bitcoin down very easily. 630 odd thousand coins. If he starts to breach bank covenants on his lending because the price is falling, anything could happen. Anything. Very interesting view from Frank. Well worth watching because he's calm, he's methodical, he's factual, and he's probably right. Okay. He says Bitcoin BTC fans are carnival barkers. They scream, they shout, they're trying to attract a crowd. You know, 22 minutes, the money shot, as I call it. In a US global crisis of any type, gold is what the public understand. We know that. So how many thousand years has it been? Bitcoin's had how many years? 15? Yeah. Gold's had 5, 10, 15,000, 20,000. It doesn't matter when you go back to gold. Gold has always ruled supreme. In a total crisis. And if you can't see we're there, or very close, then don't bother watching because you're not going to understand what happens next. Okay? Gold is a hedge, and I love this from Frank, I love this. Gold is a hedge against all human stupidity. I think that's priceless. I think it really is, because everything that's happening that is just so wrong is human stupidity, isn't it? It's ideology. Well, they call it ideology. It's just stupidity. Okay, dressed up as an ideology or dressed up as whatever. It's just stupidity. Okay. 25 to 27 minutes, very important. Media, Wall Street, politicians, none of them will advocate gold. Why? Because it's not part of their system. It's not part of their answer, and it challenges everything they do and say. People thought that of Bitcoin originally, didn't they? But now you can see that Bitcoin is part of their process. Watch the first link. This is the second link, which I will link. The interview of Daniela Camboni with Frank Giustra. Okay? You'll see the connection. You'll see the dots. You'll see them joining. Okay? They are protecting their system. And Bitcoin now actually falls into their system. Okay? Buying gold is just a challenge to their system. That's what it is. It's a challenge to their system. And that's why countries are buying gold. Central banks are buying gold. Central banks who aren't part of their system are buying gold because they know what's coming. They're not stupid. Okay? 26 to 28 minutes. Please listen. I haven't got notes on it, but please listen. 28 to 32 minutes. Tether. Position and strategy of holding $23 billion of gold. Tether are holding gold. Why? Because they see the writing on the wall as the treasury yields get trumped. Now, what I mean by trumped is Trump wants the yields down at 1%. Okay? And if those yields get trumped down to 1%, what do you think gold is going to do? You're going to have inflation at 6, 7, 10, 12, maybe on food. You're going to have rates at 1. What do you think gold's going to do? It's not going to sit and watch, is it? It's going to get very, very active. Because people need protection from what the system is doing. And if Trump tries to get rates or gets rates down to 1, anyway, Tether holds more gold than it holds Bitcoin. Just a fact. Sorry if it's inconvenient. Just a fact. Okay. Won't help long rates. Only QE can do that. So if Trump does get the short end down, and I've said it before, the long end will go up. All right. The yield curve will get far steeper. So the only thing that can stop that is QE, where they buy the bonds themselves and artificially suppress the rates. But what does that mean? What does QE mean? More liquidity chasing the same assets, same food, same heating, higher prices, more inflation. What does that mean? You lose, you lose, you lose, unless you have something that protects you in high inflation, and that is gold. Always has been, always will be. Okay? US politicians, he says, are on the road to perdition. And if you haven't seen that film, it's excellent. I remember it very well. Okay, 33 minutes. The haves and the have-nots. 90% owned by 10%. And if this goes the way that it seems to be going, with artificial suppression of long rates, artificial suppression of short rates, you are going to see the haves have a lot more and the have-nots have nothing. Is that the plan? It seems it. So it's a very good expose of the mess that's there now, not in the future, now, and how it simply cannot be cured. Can't be cured, can't be stopped, has to happen now. Okay? So we're going to have chaos. And it's lovely that all these dots here have joined. All these dots, even when you watch the video sent out by Parallel Systems, when you see that Bitcoin video, you'll even see at 11 minutes 50, you'll see Exter's inverted pyramid. They don't talk about it, but it's there in a graphic. So we've got Exter's inverted pyramid also linking. Another dot. We've got the Nvidia mess. So that Bloomberg pictorial of the circulatory economy that the AI bubble wants to live in. And someone's going to go pop with the truth. One bit of truth comes out about who's not paying whom, or who hasn't got the money to pay whom, or our friends at OpenAI suddenly realising that the 1.3 trillion ecosystem that they were relying on to come from private credit ain't there. Private equity ain't there. Everything is falling apart in front of your eyes. However, we are still ahead. We are seeing it early because we've joined the dots way before most of the market. People like Frank Giustra are now joining the dots. If I combine these two pieces, two completely disconnected pieces, okay, one from Parallel Systems and one from Frank Giustra and Daniela Carmoni, if I combine those, you've got 7 or 8 dots that come together and say, we're on the right path, okay? And remember, if you do want to buy gold and silver bullion, use the affiliate links, because The worst thing that can happen to you is you do the right thing and find you've been rooked by some new outfit that started up. You felt they were offering a good deal and they took you to the cleaners. All right, be careful, prepare, do your research, and please like and share these videos because we want to get this message out there. Okay, thank you very much.